Problem 2. How many different ways can you cover the shown 2 by 10 grid using 1 by 2 squares and there are no overlaps? Alright, so here we have to start simple. And what is the simplest scenario we can turn this entire thing into? Well, we're covering with 1 by 2 squares, so the minimum size that the thing we're covering has to be 1 by 2. So let's just cut out this piece, this first column right here. And this is our grid. So this is our 1 by 2 grid. And below, I'm going to write how many different possible ways are there to cover this with 1 by 2 grids. So this, of course, is one way because it itself is a 1 by 2 square. All I have to do is put it on there, long side to the left and right, and that's it. But what if we cut out another row? A 2 by 2 square. Well, now there are two different ways to cover this. We could either do these two horizontally on top of each other or vertically next to each other. So there are two different ways. And now this is when it comes to the fancier part. What about 2 by 3? Well, 2 by 3, all we really have to think about is we can imagine and envision it as two different pieces put together. One of these would be the first one that we did, it put together with the second one that we did. So these two put together would be the 2 by 3 grid. And we just have to put together we just have to add together their number of possibilities, and that's it. So this would become 3. Now I'll just keep going for a few more. So what if we now have the 2 by 4 grid? Well, the 2 by 4 grid, we can think of it as say 1, 3, one of these grids, and one of these grids. And this is just, and then you can keep adding them together. For example, you can make different combinations and all of that. And what we have left would be 5. So now this is, a number sequence that we call the Fibonacci sequence, where starting from the third number in the sequence is the sum of the previous two terms. So 3 is equal to 1 plus 2, 5 is equal to 2 plus 3. So we can continue the Fibonacci sequence down until we have the 10th one in order to find how much we need to cover 2 by 10. We have 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 89 would be our final answer. We have 89 different ways to cover the shown 2 by 10 grid using 1 by 2